Hello, my name is Brian Abbott, and I'm privileged to serve as president of NILOA. This past 2020 season has been devastated by COVID, and I hope at this point all of your families are safe and healthy. It's taken a personal toll on all of us, whether it be in the workplace or at home being quarantined, whatever the impact is for you and your community. Please know that safety is the most important thing for us. And the surveys that we filled out earlier this fall will be the driving force behind protocols that we will set up with partners from various conferences, assigners, and other associations, including those in the medical field. Education is going to look a lot different this year. I mean, currently, we're recording our business portion as I'm kicking off right now. And so we're going to send out segments of our annual meeting between now and the end of January. So look for touches about every 2 to 3 weeks and more directors calls. These educational pieces will both be synchronous and asynchronous, so recorded and live. So look forward to that. And I'm excited about the steps that we're taking because given these trying times, we really think a little deeper on how we can provide content for our membership. And I'm very confident that we're going to roll out some things that be really impactful and helpful and prepare us for the 2021 season. We will hold governor meetings now the second Thursday of every month. So communicating with your governor is a critical aspect to bring to the board things that are affecting you and areas where you need support. So please reach out. This second Thursday in December, we're going to have our governors do a report on their district. So please communicate with your governor. Training events. If you have an event that's going to hopefully be able to happen this summer of 2021 or the fall, please contact your governor so we can begin arranging those activities because it's been very helpful. We've been able to do events across the country, such as Texas, California, Colorado, Ohio, down in North Carolina. So we want to expand those, and we can only do that with your assistance and knowing where those events are. Our observer program is very important to NILOA, and we spent a great deal of funding to make sure that happened. We've had the NCAA portion there for a long time with the MCLA. We're also going to work on funding the NAIA as well. Last year, the board secured money to give every conference in the MCLA additional funds to be able to support the observation program. One thing about going into the 2021 season, as we look at our social situations and the difficulties we've had, there's one thing that's always rings true, and that's to treat others how you would want to be treated, the golden rule. Understand that at all times you represent NILOA, you represent your place of employment, you represent your family and yourself. If you conduct yourself professionally, you will make a difference and make an imprint on that game and that situation and for all those that meet you. The season of 2021 is going to have to be one of flexibility. If you are uncomfortable because of our COVID situation, please contact your assigner. If you're willing to work, make sure you accept those games right away. But if there's a situation where you feel uncomfortable, please notify your assigner and turn back that game. Know that your assigners aren't going to impact your 2022 season, and know that NILOA will stand behind you every step of the way. But communication will be the key in all this. And for all us, the other aspect for all of us to understand related to assignments, it may take a little bit longer to get those because realistically for the 2021 season, the beginning of March looks like the early part for us to be able to kick off that season. So again, be flexible, be willing to pivot. Also understand that 1 week you may be assigned one game, but then all of a sudden that one game may turn into 4, or it may work the other way. So hopefully we're always increasing games, and we all hope that we have a vaccine on the horizon, and we can work with our protocols with all the conferences and schools to maximize the number of games that will be played and the number of games that we can work. But also, always remember, as I stated earlier, if you need anything, please reach out to your governor. Please reach out to any member of the board or myself. One important thing for the season of 2021 is be ready, be in shape, know the rules, know the mechanics, develop relationships, spend time talking on the phone, prepping. If you have questions, use our forum, get involved in anything that's out there, because we are always looking for members to step up and help us with training as well. So lend your knowledge, be willing to be a mentor. On the other end, be willing to learn, be coachable. That's incredibly important in an official's development. Make sure you partner with our schools, and also be the standard that other people want to meet. All right, set that standard and be willing to have that bar high and that professionalism right where it needs to be. But most importantly, I hope that you and your family are safe. I wish you the best in the 21 season. And again, if you need anything, please reach out. Thank you.
Welcome. I'm Joe Cronin, an NILOA board member for the MCLA. I know we are going through some unprecedented times, but I want you to be assured that NILOA is looking out for our safety in officiating the game we love. I want to update you on what NILOA is doing for the MCLA and how it supports us through working closely with the MCLA in negotiations to help with our contracts, our game fees, and many other aspects. NILOA also provides us all the training that we get through our directors' calls, our national training videos and clinics, and many other areas. One of the issues that NILOA has really addressed for the MCLA is the observation of officials. Last year, before the pandemic hit, Southern California and Texas had many officials observed, and this will continue in the 2021 season. If there are any questions that you have, please feel free to reach out to me. Otherwise, stay safe, stay healthy, and let's have a great season.
And I'm the executive director for NILOA. I'd like to start off by wishing every member, your family, and friends only the best of health during these trying times. I hope each of you continues to take the steps you feel necessary to stay safe. 2020 has been an amazingly challenging year for all of us. The 2020 lacrosse season promised to be one of the best of all times. The game has evolved with new rules instituted to add excitement for players, coaches, fans, and yes, referees. Your ability to adjust to the rule changes over the years is a credit to the time and effort each of you has put into your craft. It is also a result of the organizational changes NILOA has made in the past 3 to 4 years with regards to development, observations, and training. NILOA has evolved from a small regional organization of officials to a national organization with broad responsibilities and powers. Each of you has played a role in this incredible journey. NILOA is an organization that many other officiating organizations in other sports has tried to emulate. Each of us is responsible for protecting the role NILOA plays in the sport of men's lacrosse. It is our job to protect the brand and grow that brand. All of us only enjoy the benefits of the brand due to the incredible work of past COC NILOA leaders such as Steve Miller, John Hill, Butch West, Rich Tamburino, Jim Carbonneau, John Bellows, Brad Skiback, Frank Lanzer, J.D. Doyle, Eric Rudolph, Bob Schulte, Clint Bond, Gary Alabaster, Tom Sutton, Buzz Lynn, Charlie Libby, and many others. Quite frankly, the list is too long to mention everyone. The sport of lacrosse, of college lacrosse, is officiated in a uniform, consistent manner with regards to mechanics, rules, and rules interpretations for every game played at every level within the NCAA, MCLA, junior college, and NAIA. This is an accomplishment that, quite frankly, is understated and underappreciated. Our ability to accomplish many of the goals of NILOA is only possible due to the unity of our members. These goals affect each and every one of us, so thank you for your role that you played in developing NILOA. Now let's get into some specific areas of discussion. U.S. lacrosse. The NILOA board has worked with U.S. lacrosse to form a partnership that is as strong as it's ever been. U.S. lacrosse and NILOA have signed a formal agreement for the first time with regards to funding for recruiting, training, and observations. Credit for this forward-thinking agreement goes to Steve Stennerson, Ann Carpinetti, Charlie Obermeyer, Rick Lake from U.S. lacrosse, along with Brian Abbott and the board from NILOA. NILOA also benefits from the partnership with U.S. lacrosse with collaborating on the highly successful director's calls. These 4 calls, each of the last 2 seasons, have been a powerful tool in providing timely training to NILOA officials. Charlie Obermeyer, PJ Colello, Brian Abbott, and Tom Sutton deserve the credit for the hard work they have put into these presentations. All of our live virtual training for 2021 will be provided on that format. Training. During the fall of 2019 through the summer of 2020, NILOA was still able to conduct several training sessions. These sessions included our involvement with our partners of Inside Lacrosse and U.S. Lacrosse, along with several team camps conducted by NCAA schools. The pandemic severely hampered our attempts to conduct training after March. We were able to hold a training opportunity in August in Delaware, and we will continue to look for opportunities during the early part of next year. During these sessions will be conducted during the NCAA scrimmages and MCLA scrimmages. The board continues to make training opportunities for districts 5 through 11 a priority. Tom Sutton, our development director, and Hans Wittelsberger, our event coordinator, will be aggressive in identifying these opportunities. I have met with the MCLA board in August, and they are committed to assisting NILOA with training opportunities during the preseason. Observations. As I have spoken about earlier, U.S. Lacrosse has partnered with NILOA to support our observation program, along with the NCAA and MLAX OG. On the Division I level, MLAX OG also provides support. During the shortened 2020 season, we were able to still conduct 61 observations, of which 17 were MCLA contests. In total, we observed 156 officials, of which 56 were primarily MCLA officials in districts, again, 7 through 11. In 2020, for the first time, the NILOA board budgeted money for every MCLA assigner to conduct observations. Sadly, because of COVID-19, some of these observations did not take place. In 2021, the board has again budgeted observation funds for every MCLA assigners. We will also, again, try to identify tournaments or multi-game events in districts 7 through 11 to observe. Lastly, I will be asking the MCLA assigners and the governors in these areas to assist me in developing this program that will give the most benefit to those areas. MLAX OG. The NILOA has been in discussions with MLAX OG for over a year with regards to the extension of our agreement to officiate NCAA Division I lacrosse. I'm pleased to announce that we have an agreement for the spring of 2021 with a commitment to finalize a long-term agreement by June of 2021. A lot of credit goes to Brian Abbott, Doug Donovan, Tom Sutton, and PJ Colello. Men's Division I lacrosse is the only sport which the conferences that sponsor that sport has an agreement with an officiating organization, NILOA, to provide officiating services to every one of their contests. This is, again, a major credit to NILOA and shows the strength of our brand. As soon as the contract is signed, in a couple of days, a full release will be sent to everyone. Governors, I want to take a moment to thank the governors and assistant governors for all your hard work. As our numbers have grown, now over 1,200 total members, active, inactive, retirees, and observers, your job has become so much harder and has demanded so much more time. I'm going to ask each of you to send me a short report with the suggestions as to how NILOA can assist you and your districts in the areas of training and observation. The board wants to know the needs of each district. 2021 season, as Brian mentioned, it will be considered, in my book, the great unknown. The NILOA board, along with myself, will work closely with MLAX OG, Tom Abbott, all Division II and III assigners, our assigners, all MCLA assigners, and junior college assigners to ensure the safety protocols are in place to protect NILOA officials. The NILOA board has put together a COVID-19 committee that will be chaired by Joe Cronin. There will be officials, assigners, governors, and physicians on this committee. The committee will be releasing information shortly. The 2021 season will be like no other season any of us have ever experienced. We will all need to be as flexible as possible. Simple things like keeping your availability updated on the Arbiter and Zebra web to more pressing issues like your health and welfare need to be addressed by each individual official. The board met on November 13th, and one of the points discussed was that we will all support any official's decision to work or not to work based on your health and the safety of yourself and your family. Rest assured, we will all support you in whatever decision you make. Lastly, I again wish everyone the best of health. Please stay safe. I ask that each of you spends time in the rule book and works to be the best you can be. The strength of NILOA is in our unity, and I thank each of you for growing and strengthening the brand. Thank you.